What is happening, people? It's your boy, Big Will, Manu, coming at you with your SmackDown live review from April 4th. Spoiler alert, probably the best SmackDown live ever. Let's get it. Of course, this is the first SmackDown live after WrestleMania, so of course, crowd was gonna be crazy, expecting call-ups and comebacks and everything that goes with the After Mania show. And it was SmackDown's time. Let's see what they did. We start out with the new WWE champion, Randy Orton. He comes down to the ring, gloating over his defeat of Bray Wyatt, which was bullshit, but we'll get into that Thursday when me and Dre do our WrestleMania review. So he's basically talking about, how he beat Bray's ass and gloat, whatever. So you knew Bray wasn't going to let this stand. Lo and behold, Bray pops up on the screen telling Randy that he's nothing. He's dirt. He's trash. That he's going to take him out. He's going to basically avenge what happened in Mania. And he's going to destroy Randy. He's going to make Randy less than nothing. He's going to destroy Randy's soul. He's going to, doing all this demonic stuff. He's talking like, man, what is he talking about? So he basically said he wants Randy in the House of Horrors match. Now, if you like me, you like, the world is House of Horrors. That's something new. So we got a new match. So then they, of course, Randy's like all of us. He's like, I don't know what House of Horrors is, but I accept. And he's like, well, I see that you're in the building, Bray. So why don't you come on out here so I can whip that ass again? I'm like, all right, yeah, cause Bray's my dude, man. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, Bray, get him. Of course, the Wyatt thing happened with the jump. And, lights go out, lights come on. Bray is standing behind Randy. It's like, I'm here. Oh, snap. So they start fighting. They start laying into each other. Yeah, laying into each other. Fighting it out. Get outside the ring. And who shows up? But Eric Rowan. Sporting a sheet mask with like the smoke, the gas mask canisters on it. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like some old Fallout type stuff, Old Fallout, Resident Evil type stuff he's got on his face now. It's like, okay, so they in there and they beating down Randy, and then here comes Luke Harper. Yeah. The black shirt, and he looks great, by the way. He's dropped some weight, and he's looking pretty good. So he helping out Randy. So you got basically the Wyatt family reunion, or the Wyatt family feud basically is going on. So it's like there's going to be a tag team match between Luke Harper, Randy Orton, versus the newly back Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt. So we got our first comeback. Eric Rowan comes back to SmackDown Live. Cool. Cut to the back, Miz and Maurice backstage. And they basically, talking shit on John and Nikki, saying that, John's fake, he's phony. He found a chance to advance his career. That's the only reason why he proposed to Nikki at WrestleMania. And, they're calling out the Cenas. You know what I'm saying? Because he said it's going to be the last time that you will ever see the Cenas on SmackDown Live. You know what I'm saying? And the crowd popped. The Miz is so over right now. It's ridiculous how over this dude is. So they go to commercial and they come back and we get, Naomi versus Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Live title. So Naomi's defending her title after 2 days. Alexa Bliss invoked a rematch clause. So I thought she was going to do it at the next pay-per-view, but, with the whole, not draft, but shake-up trade thing coming up, Alexa may be going to Raw. So little things happen with this match, a nice little running bulldog into the corner by Naomi. You know what I'm saying? She does a move that takes Alexa outside the ring. It's pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they cut the commercial in the middle of the match like they always do with the Divas. And then they come back, they show a clip of how Alexa really started working over Naomi's leg and knee. So I'm guessing that's what her injury was. I never knew what her injury was before she left. So it must have been the leg knee area because Alexa spends a lot of time working over that. She does a lot of things that she does a lot of the hair pull takedowns on Naomi. She did like 3 or 4 of them, and Naomi didn't take them too well. You know, like she took them late, like all of them. Don't know what that was about. I think she was kind of no-selling, sandbagging, whatever you want to call it, Alexa a little bit in this match. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they like each other too much. You know what I'm saying? They did do a female hockey fight, which was, you don't see the girls do that. So they was kind of, this may be a nice little feud that they can do, you know, get that disdain for each other, because I don't really think these girls like each other. But I guess it all stems on if Alexa stays or not. You know, Naomi did a nice flapjack. You know, and a standing fireman's carry that she ended off with a kick was pretty cool. Alexa did a nice DDT, hit it real well for a near fall. And Naomi's rear view, they came out of nowhere off the ropes for a near fall, which was good. Of course, you know, Alexa caught Naomi's leg, and Naomi hit her with a nice enziguri. She does that enziguri real well. I like her enziguri. And of course, Naomi went over with the new submission, which I don't think she has a name for yet. So that was into that match. And like I said, with her invoking her rematch this early, wouldn't surprise me if Alexa ends up going to SmackDown. I would like them to flip-flop Alexa and Sasha, because I always said I want Sasha on SmackDown to face a more variety of women, you know, instead of facing the same 2-3 girls all the time. But we'll see. So then come back, and Kurt Hawkins is in the ring, and he's talking about, everybody's talking about this superstar shakeup, you know, blah blah blah, you know. But what they need to be talking about is Kurt Hawkins. I'm issuing an open challenge. Anybody in the back. We all know what that means. About to get a call up. And then I'm going to give you to the count of, and then Ty Dillinger's music hits, and the crowd goes bonkers. They go crazy for the perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. I mean, there's 10 chants everywhere. You know, he's completely over. I mean, people have been doing the 10 chant ever since Survivor Series. You know, even like at regular main roster shows. This dude is and he wasn't even on the main roster yet, and he was already over. So now that he made his debut, and it's a long time coming. Little backstory on Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger's been in the business a long time on the indie circuit. I mean, he's worked with people who have been on the main roster for years. That he's worked with them. When Seth Rollins was hurt, I saw an interview he did with Jericho. And when he was getting ready to come back, when he made his, I think it was Extreme Rules, when he made his return, leading up to that, when he was getting the ring rust off, he was working with Ty Dillinger down at the Performance Center. And he said, he made a comment that Ty's a great worker. I mean, if you look on Twitter when he made his debut, just like with the Revival, everybody was giving him much love, talking about congratulations, about time, glad to see you finally on the main roster. And he's on SmackDown, which is the perfect place for him. Perfect place for him. So he did a nice little backdrop. Kurt Hawkins did, which looked real good. I was expecting him not to get any offense in. I was expecting Ty to come in and get all his stuff in, and Kurt not do nothing. But Kurt had a nice backdrop, and couple of knee drops. You know, got a little bit of offense in there, and then Ty went right into all his stuff. I mean, he did some spinning kicks, some fisherman clothesline. I mean, he went through about 5 or 6 moves, like back to back to back to back to back. Got all his stuff in. He even did his little thing where he stops and looks at the person and puts the 10 up. He did his little perfect 10 thing with his hands in and out. Crowd was on it. Crowd was loving it. He was super over. Then of course, you know, he lowers the knee and does the tiebreaker, this little flying knee that he does for the win. And I mean, like I said, he's super over with the 10 chance. I mean, it was nothing but 10 chance, loud and thunderous 10 chance this whole match. Everything he did, you heard the word 10. Backdrop 10, punches him 10. Go in the corner to do the 10 chant for the punches, of course. They didn't count 1, 2, 3. It was 10, 10, 10, 10. Dude is super over. Super over. He's going to be a nice addition to the main roster. He works well with everyone. Everyone loves him. He has a good style that translates. And I smell Intercontinental run, mid-card, Intercontinental. And who knows, maybe even a championship run. But nothing but upside for Todd Dillinger. Big kudos to Todd Dillinger. Welcome to the main roster. Loved it. So they cut the commercial, come back, get Mojo Rawley backstage. And he talks about, winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, going out partying with Gronk. Says how it was nice that he got to see Gronk win a Super Bowl, and now his boy got to see him win the Battle Royal. Then he gets serious, says that how this is going to be a nice, opening for him. It's nothing but sky's the limit, because we all know that Andre the Memorial Battle Royal gives you a little push. And then it's up to the performer what they do with that push. But they're going to give him a nice little push. This could be a nice indication for him for maybe an Intercontinental title shot, singles route. But it's up to him to do something with it. This gives him a push. So, and then he kind of closed it out with try to get hyped with the chick. Like, can you feel that? Can you feel that? And the chick was like, no. Which was cool. So then they cut to back to the ring, and John Cena's music hits. And I'm like, really? Comes out, and it's goddamn Miz dressed as John Cena, and Maurice dressed as goddamn Nikki Bella. So they're doing the whole Total Bellas thing, except they're going to do it live this time. And I got to admit, Miz fooled me. I thought it was Cena. I really thought it was. So they get to the ring, and first thing he says is, rule number 86 of the John Cena rules. You cannot say John Cena sucks in arena ever. So, of course, people are chanting John Cena sucks. They're just, the crowd is, Miz is golden. And John Cena recognized. I mean, and Maurice, she's super over with her. Even with her accent, she does a great Nikki Bella. The whole whining John and the bubblehead bimbo thing. And she looks great. And the Nikki Bella get up again, by the way. I bet he goes home and makes her wear that. So they're basically saying that you're never going to see John Cena and Nikki Bella ever again in the WWE. And the crowd pops for it. Yes, chance. Thank you, Miz, and all that stuff, because he says they're gone for a long time. And the crowd goes ballistic for it. And then you look, they about to leave the ring. And on the rampway, for everybody that's familiar with NXT, it's the black dude playing the violin. So we all know what that means. Yes, yes, yes. Shinsuke fucking Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura, music hit. Crowd goes crazy. Probably a bigger pop than what the Hardys got at WrestleMania. Shinsuke comes out with his Michael Jackson inspired Thriller outfit. Just comes to the ring, does his whole, I mean, you just got to see Shinsuke. There was rumors he was going to be, but until it happens, you never know. And I mean, interest was amazing. Crowd was totally into it, singing along. He gets to the ring, music stops, crowd is going, shit, Nakamura. Clap, 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 Nakamura. He's just sitting in the middle of the ring doing his hand motions. He has them in the palm of his hand. The crowd is going crazy. They're going ballistic, and he didn't say a single word. His charisma, his aura about him is just amazing. And then they cut the commercial. But he didn't need to do nothing. This is letting everybody know that Shinsuke is there. He is on the main roster and it is on. People, you're going to love Shinsuke Nakamura. This dude, at first, you may think he's a little weird, but he's going to grow on you. And the fact that him and AJ Styles are on the same roster, oh, I hope AJ does not go to Raw. Because I want to see Shinsuke and AJ Styles tear it up. Let's hope that happens. So when we come back from commercial, we get Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose in a street fight, which should have happened at WrestleMania. Because they WrestleMania match, just like I said, if they didn't make that match with any stipulations, it was going to be trash. That match was trash, and it was on a pre-show. Only reason I'm mad that we're supposed to save this for the WrestleMania review. But it was an Intercontinental match. No title, especially Intercontinental title, should be defended on the pre-show. It's bullshit. But their match was trash anyway, so it probably deserved to be on the pre-show. But this match was a goddamn car crash. They beat the shit out of each other with about 18 million chairs. They put people through tables. Only thing this match was missing was blood. This match was awesome. They beat I hardly even have any notes on this match other than they just beat the shit out of each other. Beat the shit out of each other. You know, the table spot was amazing. I really thought Dean may have a concussion from it. You know, they throwing chairs at each other, beating each other's ass. They got the leather strap out. Corbin laid into Dean with the strap pretty hard. Then Dean gets the strap and lays into Corbin even harder with the strap. I know they both got to have welts all over their body. And, then, of course, Baron goes over with the end of days for the win. Non-title match, so Dean still has the belt. But, man, that match was... If they'd have did that at Mania, that's what we wanted. Or at least they made up for it. But I even quoted out on Twitter, I was like, sometimes better late than never is not the right thing. Yeah, you fed this to us, but it should have happened at Mania. Because we all were saying, because the way their storyline was built, they spent half their building of that storyline was all backstage stuff. So, made sense for their Mania match to have stipulations and weapons, but they didn't do it, and the match was trash. Glad they made it for it tonight. So, they go to commercial, come back, Shane McMahon's in the ring, basically telling everybody on SmackDown about this whole shakeup that's happened. But first thing he did, because the crowd popped for Shane again, much respect for Shane, and he got choked up on it because, him and AJ put on a hellacious match at Mania. You'll hear about that in my review with Dre for WrestleMania. But they put on a hellacious match, and Shane stepped it up because he was in there with the best in the world and AJ Styles, and he held his own. So AJ comes out, and looking at Shane, they size each other up because they just, they was enemies. They was enemies, and the crowd pops for AJ. Oh my God, I don't know why AJ's still a heel, but they try their best for people to hate AJ, and it's not gonna happen because he's just too damn good. But he goes out to he says, I owe you something. That's what AJ says to Shane. And he put his hand out. When they shake hands. Like, okay. Slow face turn, maybe? Maybe. I don't know. So they shake each other's hands. And then, as he's about to leave, AJ turns around and he bucks at Shane. And then Shane puts his hands up too. Like, and then AJ kind of smiles at him like, nah, I'm just messing around. But that was pretty cool. Nice little moment. It was, hey, I still got some edge to me. Even if he does turn face, he ain't going to be no punk-ass face because it's AJ Styles. So that was cool. Cut to commercial. We come back for our main event, which is, Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan versus Randy Orton, and Luke Harper. So, Rowan hit a nice reverse side kick that was perfect except for him falling down. So... if that makes any sense. It was nice, but then he fell down. So there was a nice flipping senton from the outside by Luke Harper. Never seen him do that before. Luke Harper also hit a suicide dive onto the outside, which was cool. Bray had a nice senton himself, which he does all the time. Like I said, those big guys like I said on my Raw review, when they hit those sentons, man, it looks like it really hurts. I mean, because they take the air out of their opponents. And when Bray hit his senton, and then boom, right away, Rowan hit a splash. Nice teamwork by the Wyatts. And then Rowan hit a spinning power slam, which was nice. Nice move by him. Randy's best move of the night had to be his vintage Randy Orton power slam, but he did it on Eric Rowan. It was nice and crisp and tight. Hit it great. Nice move by Randy. Randy works so well in the ring. He's a good technician. I mean, nothing against Randy Orton. I love me some Randy Orton, but they took the belt off my boy Bray way too soon. So, but then Randy, vintage Randy Orton, with Bray with the DDT from the outside. And then lo and behold, Luke Harper hits a super kick, and Orton hits the RKO. But that was only after, Bray does the whole Wyatt thing where the lights cut, because Orton's about to hit him with the size him up for the RKO. And then when the lights come back on, Bray's outside the ring on the apron, and that's when leave Rowan defending for himself. That's when he hit the super kick to the RKO for the 3. And Bray's on the outside, slow clapping, laughing. So I guess he kind of gave Rowan to the wolves, I guess. But I guess they're gonna keep fighting. There's no need for the belt to be off of Bray. Randy did not need that win at all, but it's whatever. Pretty sure Bray's gonna get it back at the next pay-per-view. So, nothing against Randy. Randy's a great performer. I just don't think he needs the title. But all in all, it was a good SmackDown. One of the best ones I've had in a while. Only low point was probably the Divas match. It just looked like it was, I don't know. It just that the SmackDown Women's Division needs help, and Sasha could help it out. So we'll see. So I'm looking forward to the little shake-up, with the trades and the rearranging of the rosters. See who's going to end up where. And, Ty Dillinger, and Shinsuke. Oh, my God, Shinsuke Nakamura. Woo! You guys are in for a treat. And Eric Rowan. So those were the 3 comebacks and call-ups that happened on SmackDown Live. So, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for checking my review out. And I'll see you for our me and Dre's WrestleMania review. Hope you guys enjoy it. And see you guys later. Peace.